glasses.
Hello.
Hello, Jelly. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
I apologize. I'm looking for my. I'm having my daily dilemma, which is I've lost my glasses and I can't see where I put them because yeah, this is my daily issue. I lose my glasses and then I can't see, so I don't know where I put them, which is pretty much my go-to story. Okay, how are you? You're not wearing glasses too, so also we can't see each other. No,
Yeah.
so how are you feeling now? How are you doing? How are you?
It's pretty good. Like I'm free today, but
Okay.
tomorrow I'm quite busy with my classes. I have 3 classes tomorrow.
Okay. So what are you
Mhm.
studying? Yo.
At the moment, I am having some have some classes. Like I
Mhm.
am a tutor for some students who try to learn about IELTS examination.
Okay.
So I have them to
Wow.
prepare. Yeah. But next month I intend to take a course, namely CELTER.
Oh yeah, I did that.
CEL. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I have that. Comes I have the Cambridge English Language Teaching
Yeah, that's
System.
right. Yeah. And then after that, probably I will apply to work in some companies, like some learning centers.
Okay. Nice. And we were looking at the were we looking at the mock tests?
Yeah, we have already done this.
We've done this one.
Yeah.
And the fourth test. Let's see.
Mm. Like, I have a question. I really
Mm,
wonder what should I teach for students when they are beginners when it comes to like learning how to speak English. Of course, I will teach them. I will teach them about IPA, how to pronounce words correctly. But after that, I have no idea to do next.
Um, hmm. Well, a lot of the times it's good to use Ingu. This one.
English. Okay.
So I'll show you.
I think we have already visited this website.
Okay, so you and your students have visited that.
Okay.
So if you there's a but here visiting it and here's a nice place to study.
Mm-hmm.
If I so here between you can put this from level 1 to level 10.
Okay.
You have daily news, conversation, travel. You also have describe words, English for
Mm-hmm.
kids,
Okay.
IELTS, and teach conversation topics, for instance,
Okay.
and you can conversations go from 4 to 7, so you can start from there. There's 48 topics here. There's 150 there. There's 95 there. So you have a lot
Okay.
in English. And in English, you can jump between what you want to do. So if you find something that you think, okay, maybe they will benefit from that, have the conversation. So first thing I always do is name what are your hobbies and what do you want to what do you sorry what is your job and what are your hobbies,
Okay.
and then I always ask the reading, writing, speaking, or listening what is the most difficult,
Mm-hmm.
and I take my conversations from there.
Okay. Got that.
So a lot of the times teaching someone, if you ask them that those 5 questions, what's your name, where are you from, where do you live, what do you do, what are your hobbies, you work out what they need from their answers. Those 5
Okay.
questions have all the grammar you need to start, and depending on the grammar you use to answer those 5 questions, it will tell you what they need.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you can choose what area to start in or
Okay.
start with.
Should I convey them how to like expand their answer?
Not yet, because they're beginners.
Okay.
So first they have to give you a simple sentence, and then another simple sentence, and another simple sentence until you
Mm-hmm.
have a string of words. So a
Okay.
lot of the times people want to expand on something before they can give you the basics of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You
Got
can do
that.
that. They can't.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Although I'm thinking now. Okay. Well, no, don't overthink. I was just overthink. That's. I'm trying to. I put here what we were supposed to be doing.
Like interestingly,
Yeah.
last time when I took my IELTS examination in speaking skill, I
Hmm.
didn't use any idioms or like some advanced words.
Language. Yeah.
Yeah, but I still got 8. So yeah, I think the point is pronunciation and also fluencies.
Fluency, but also that this too, which I'm thinking this. This was why you got an 8,
Mm-hmm.
and this
Okay.
because you didn't need specialized vocabulary, which would be idioms and phrasals and all of that. But your accuracy is on point. You're clear. You have an accent, but it's clear,
Yeah.
very clear. It's and then the natural pauses and native um, coherence of
Mm-hmm.
things. That is that's worth more than idioms. If you know how to go, well, I think that's what we would do. Most people would think that the pauses are bad. The pauses are actually part of it.
Yeah.
You have to be able to flow your sentences. And if you flow, the pauses become natural.
Mm-hmm.
But minor word repetition is what people use. So 7 and 6, minor word repetition because they don't want to pause. So they say the sentence again. So what do you do in the morning? What do I do in the morning? In the morning, yeah, that's already going down. But it's like morning. What do I do in the morning? I do this, and that's more of an 8.
Yeah.
So a 7 will try and repeat the question, or try and keep the question very, very simple. But it could be a lot better. Yeah, it could be a whole lot better. So the pauses, the clarity of it, and I guess accuracy. Your accuracy has always been good anyway. So you correct yourself, but a lot of your students probably won't just yet. They just won't.
Mm-hmm.
I had my students in school took their tests today or took their
Mm-hmm.
exams today, and it was interesting to see how people panic
Okay.
because when people are writing and panicking, they write too much. So they had to write maybe 140 to 190 words.
Yeah.
But students were so panicked because they wanted to fill the space rather than
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
give their own opinion on something that could be good. They're like, no, I need to, dear sir, hello sir, and I was like, yeah, I know it's 4 words, but technically you have two. And there were people that were writing in the past while talking about the present. I hope you're okay. First and foremost, I hope you are well, and I have the same thing. I was sick too, and I'm like, well, you're making up more, you're putting in words that don't need to be there to make up 140 words. But if you say
Mm-hmm.
what you want to say, you'll probably go over 140 words. Hi, I'm sorry you're sick. I hope you've seen the doctor. I've already clocked in at 10 to 15 words. By the time you say that, and a lot of the times people forget to write what they would say. So if you write what you say, you get a lot more words than if you say what you write. If you do it the other way, you get less words.
Mm-hmm.
If you write it exactly how you're thinking it to say to someone, you get as many words as you can. But people don't think like that. They think I have to answer this question, and so I have to find the words to match this question. No. Again, keeping it simple, you can answer any question and flow.
Yeah.
And not even say anything.
Yeah, that's
I can,
right.
yeah,
Like
I can say I can say
I,
a bunch
I,
of
I
words.
had I had that experience in the first two in the previous time when
Yeah,
I
the first two tries.
yeah, but this time when I entered the testing room, I just like I considered the test as the daily conversation with you. Mm-hmm. And yeah, even in part two, I had a chance to take notes, but I
Mm,
didn't.
no,
I
you can't
didn't. Yeah, yeah,
because it'll throw you off. Because you're hearing something, and so your response, if you start writing to what you hear,
yeah. That's right.
you're going to lose yourself. But if you're listening to them and just write what you heard, you catch more information. Because speaking is information, writing is grammar and dialogue. So no one gets time to say it. I am going to the shop. Yes, but you have to remember the very next sentence that I said. And if you're taking notes, that's what you do. But if you hear the information, it's like, okay, so he's going to the shop. You know that image.
Mm-hmm.
How you write it is different. It's a fascinating thing. I'm trying to perfect it as a style of study because people don't teach like that. A lot of the times, people go into exams panics because they think I don't know grammar. That's the first thing that bugs everybody because that's what they teach you in school. If you think of school, you think school and English. You think past, present, future, continuous. What's the other one? Um, Second condition, third, first. All of these things are just rules.
Yeah.
They're guidelines. They're not rules. So I can say I went to the doctor yesterday, or someone can say, "What did you do yesterday?" And I will say, "The doctor's,"
Mm-hmm.
because you already told me yes. You already said yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but people don't think like that. What did I do yesterday? Hmm. I think of the grammar of talking about yesterday. Yesterday I where is I'm not, what are you doing? Just answer the question. Where were
Mm-hmm.
you yesterday? Doctor's done. I don't need to hear the beautiful sentence of the past because we're talking about it. So flow with it.
Yeah.
You won't have to think of doctors if oh I was at the doctor's. Yesterday, the doctor's. You're throwing in bits. And I wish we could wait, where is this thing that we were doing? I thought I had it here. Here. Four. Flawless. Hmm. Guess the unknown word. Advantageous. Disadvantageous. People don't talk about it. That's the thing that bugs me. I would. Hmm. We haven't done this one.
No, not yet.
No. How many languages do you speak?
Just two. My mother tongue, Vietnamese, and English.
What is
Honestly,
your
like I
what?
tried to learn Spanish once,
Once.
but it was really difficult
Okay.
because yeah, because there are their words are divided into two genders, and it's completely different from my language. It's
Oh, so
really
you
hard.
you don't have you don't have genders.
Yeah, that's right. We
Okay,
don't have
most
genders.
languages in Europe have genders. They have male, masculine, feminine, and neutral.
German.
Does German have it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, German has it. Czech has it where I am. I'm in Czech Republic. They have it. Arabic has
French,
it.
French,
French,
as
um, Dutch. I think almost every language
have genders.
has a gender, yeah. Which has made learning languages for me very difficult because I don't like why am I don't care if the door is a she or a he. I just want to go to the shop, you know?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I don't want to I don't want to have to think of in Czech, for instance, in Czech, you have so the word go.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm going somewhere, the go is different.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going somewhere as a female, it's different. There's at least
Okay.
7 different goes. So bude, budo, budeme, budete, budesh, budemete. It's meaningless. I just want to go.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't say let's go. I don't want to be thinking of which go I mean. I'm like, so here I tend to speak. I tend to mix the Czech and English, and I
Mm-hmm.
can do it in any language where I speak to you with the words from your language and put English, but yet you understand me perfectly. Because again, information and flow. And it works across the board for any language, which is quite interesting because I think I can put it as a theory in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Propose a university theory about language because it's not used often. So if I, for instance, if so in Czech, I tend to tell them things like, "Okay, guys, time to bude." So guys, let's bude domu. Domu is house. So
Okay.
home. So you say deme domu. Let's go home. And instead I'll say let's bude domu. So guys, I'll say I'm domoing right now. That's not even a word. Everyone always understands what I mean because you're flowing. I was like, me, I'm going, after here, I'm domoing. What's the time? Yeah, definitely domoing. Oh, okay, you're going home. But I didn't say I'm going home. I said I'm going dom. But you heard the word and the phrase and the flow. So you heard the idea.
Yeah.
And it always makes me laugh when languages have, oh my goodness, Portuguese. They have 5 different ways of talking about the past. Just the past, something that happened yesterday. Was it 5 different methods? Depending on which one you use, it means a different past. I'm sticking with English. It's English does not care. This is one of the first things I tell people. English is a disrespectful language.
Yeah.
So when people say, "Oh, but it's so hard," I'm like, you are clearly very respectful. That is why it's
Mm-hmm.
hard. But in English, you can flow. Like you can say the things that you can say things that don't sound like sense, but because it's English,
Yeah.
it makes sense. If I English is one language that doesn't need it has subject, object, and verb in there, but it's a freestyle in the conversation. English does not respect male, female. It has English is the one language on the planet that has
Mm-hmm.
no governing body. You know what that means?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's no governing body ever. Even in America, it's not the first language in America,
Yeah.
even though they speak English. Why? Because if I say, "Oh, I toilet need now," you're not going to correct my sentence. You'll point to the toilet. In other languages, you have to get the sentence right, otherwise it you might be telling them, "I want to put my head in the toilet" or something.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But in English, you just need, go, need, toilets, where, toilet, oh there, there. But that is the beauty of it. It means
Mm-hmm.
you can get as good as you think you are. If you think you can't do it, you won't do it. Because then you start seeing the words and start thinking of grammar. But if you start flowing as you do, for instance, you realize what's important to the sentence and what isn't. Like, because you do that a lot too. You go, and I like that because you say, and then you think of it, and then you say it because you give
Mm-hmm.
yourself time to hear the information. A lot of people, they freeze up. Oh, sorry, can you repeat again? I didn't hear you. Yeah, you did. That's. Have I ever told you about the trick to get someone to repeat themselves
No,
without?
not yet.
So, here's a nice trick for you. It works about, I'll say, 90% of the time. My ego says 95, but I'll say 90.
Okay.
Imagine if I said, Jody, where are my exams? So you've heard two words there, Jody and exams.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm in exams. Your instinct would be to say, can you repeat yourself? Well, what did you
Yeah.
say? Instead, take that word that you heard and repeat that word back to me and add anything to it. So you can say, you hear, Jody, I'm in exams. What about the exams? Exams, what happened to the exams? Well, where is the exam? What exam?
Yeah.
Automatically, without thinking about it. Now I'm thinking about it, but automatically I'll go, no, sorry. What about how did your exams go? A natural English speaker will automatically repeat himself and they will slow down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and it works almost all the time for anything. Someone can say, yo, King's glass. What, the glass? What about it? You want to eat the glass? What about it? No, no, no. Can you pass me the glass that's next to you? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. And you don't actually have to say, can you repeat yourself? They will repeat themselves because you heard a word. A lot of native speakers, we hear a word and we don't say, well, what do you, if anything, we say, what did you say? Were you saying words? Or, but most times it would be, what about the glass? Because I heard glass. I'm like, glass? What about it? The person automatically, I can almost guarantee they'll repeat themselves without thinking about it. And they will slow down. And then it's a
Yeah.
win-win. You really understand English, and it means they automatically say sorry sometimes. Oh, sorry, no, can you? and, and you don't actually have to feel like you lost out anything. Without just take the word you heard, even if you don't hear anything, just only if you don't hear any of it, you're like, what did you say? Or you can say, can you repeat the last part? I say that one a lot too. If someone has said something
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, think of that. What was the first part? They'll repeat themselves again. Wait, what was
Yeah.
that end? Not the end part, the first part. If you say repeat the end part, they'll normally repeat the last sentence.
Mm-hmm.
But if you say what was the first part of that, they'll normally repeat the whole thing. It's just a
Yeah.
tape. So you take those tapes and you just store them. They always there's something that can always help. Oh yeah, drink. Who's drinking? What are we drinking? What's happening with the drink? Just look around for that word that you heard like drink. What about it? Automatic? No, no, no. I'm asking if you want to come and have a drink with us. Ah, okay. Nah, thanks. Next time. And it's something that's always fun for me. I think only 4 students know that move, and you're number 5 now because 5 of you already speak. So these are the tiny tricks that just natives use.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't hear my friend, sometimes I'll look down. Like I have friends that go, because there are people that talk like that in English.
Yeah.
Just remember it. So you're not always going to be the one that's wrong. It's not going to be, oh, she can't speak English, or you feel like, oh, he must have spoken so well that I didn't understand it. No, he must be drunk or something that I didn't hear. I have friends that speak, I'm like, dude, I do not speak in subtitles. What was that? Sometimes I'll look down near their belly when they start talking. And when they look down, I'm like, oh, I'm looking for the subtitles. What did you say? It's speak again. Oh no, I don't. Say that again and slower. I didn't hear the subtitles. But that's when you're confident in it. When you're confident that I'm supposed to understand you, but you don't speak very well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's going to happen. You start hearing the different accents now because you speak well enough. Your speaking is an 8. Native speaking is a 9. That means if someone speaks or says nonsense, you should be able to realize that they don't speak English well. But that's not your fault. Your problem is getting them to translate it well. So you can't
Mm-hmm.
tell them to slow down. It won't help. So those little tricks, that's where they come in. Because some of the people you say, slow down and repeat. I'm slow, and then they go from to another, you don't even hear. It gets worse. You say, sorry, can you repeat it? Okay, what about the glass? Oh, okay, I want the glass. I want the drink. Okay, fine. Just repeat that word and add anything you want to it. What the glass is dying? What about the glass? It's broken? It's a pink glass? What about it? Oh, no, I want the glass. Okay. There you go. Yeah, it'll help. I think if you go out and practice with someone, I think you'll see it. It always works. More or less. I think it always works. It's like, English, sorry, what did you say about the... And most times they'll add a sorry because you automatically make them feel like you should speak properly. And that works. Okay. Now, you don't need... I've been doing idioms with my class and phrases anyway. You're pretty good enough. Where is this? Ironically. How would you answer that question in 1 minute?
Mm, I would say that I have no idea because I am not a linguistic.
I'm not a linguist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, linguistics is the subject. A linguist is the one that studies
Ah, okay, linguist.
linguist.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a linguist. How about if it was a personal question? Like, is it the best way to learn a language? Personally, they just want your opinion. What would you say?
I think it would be a yes.
Okay. Why?
Mhm. But sometimes it's no.
Because it's yes, but sometimes it's no. It's, grammar is definitely helpful because here's the thing. Here's the language that you have to check out for. Best.
Yeah.
Is it the best way? Not necessarily. There are other ways to learn grammar without it being the best way to no. Because you can learn all the grammar and not still know how to do a sentence and not know how to speak grammar.
Mm-hmm. And I think the biggest purpose of learning a language is to communicate. And
Exactly.
when I meet a foreign person, they do not ask me do any grammar test or yeah.
Yes,
So
exactly. My daughter, I have an 8-year-old daughter. She speaks English and Czech. I taught her English. I don't think she could tell me what the past tense of anything is. She nothing. She flows in two languages and she has the most British accent. Her accent is actually more British than mine. But
mhm.
she doesn't. She watches everything in English, but she's picked up the grammar because the sentence is because of collocations. The sentence just flows and makes sense. I like
Collocation, yeah.
ooh, I wrote collocation. Collocation. Collocation is a collocation. Collocation. But her favorite sentence is, "I don't understand the logic," and she uses it everywhere, especially with people. It's like, "I don't understand his logic," but she just puts that guy's logic or that girl's logic. So there's no grammar there. It's I don't understand the logic. His logic, her logic. Our time. Just let me know what time you want and I will schedule it in for you. If you
Mm-hmm.
have times around this time,